map was, and certainly the second half of the second map was a test of the mentality of Cloud9, and they passed with flying colors. This third map, let's see how Liquid opens this one up. You could see a world where it's going to be a slow start to the map.
Take that. Runaway Nafny all you want. OC's got you, baby.
Yep, so Liquid's going to start on the CT side, the defensive side of Dust 2. It's Cloud9 starting on offense. Liquid played this map just once at ESL Pro League. It was way, way back in the group stage against Evil Geniuses in the second day of Group D. They did obviously win it. The nice thing about this map as a deciding map, Matthew, is both these teams have played this 4 times in the past 3 months. Both of them have won 3 of the 4 matches, so it's a pretty even affair coming into things.
Jump spots for Nafny as he's wanting to know if the CTs are getting aggressive up middle. They are. Elige already toward the barrels at the top of mid. OC will watch behind because if they want to try and pinch that play, he's got the coverage, but he's going to have to nail the shot because if he doesn't, Elige gets isolated. Got a bit of support above him as well. Elige has come back down, so they've left Yekindar up there instead.
Yeah, so they have basically a vertical stack on this peak. You swing wide, Elige is going to fight you while you're going to be focused over on OC. Ooh, good goosh right out of the gate. He's going to step up. He wants the aggression. Oh, but he's found more than he asked for, more than he bargained for. There's one. Elige can't get anything done, but meanwhile at top mid, Yekindar has dropped Hobbit.
He has. He's not done there. He's going to look for Nafny now, but he's looked away at the wrong time, spots him, turns around. It's Elige that comes out and trades off of it. So Liquid get a pistol to start off Dust 2 on the CT side.
That's 4 of 5 pistol rounds of this series going in the favor of Team Liquid. The only one they lost was the pistol in the second half of Ancient. Everything else has been all theirs, and it's cool to see them get aggressive at push up middle. Wonderfully done. And Elige, basically the supportive element of everyone, able to swivel towards top mid and lower dark, grabs 3 kills. Kinder into lower dark. OC providing some covering fire up mid. It's going to be patience from Cloud9. They don't invest anything, just a deagle on Nafny. No armor, no utility. So just the one weapon to cause any kind of damage.
Chio still spotting, trying to at least. OC hits Exile as he runs by, and Elige will take down Nafny, so things looking pretty calm and collected so far on the Liquid side.
OC's having a very, very good series. If you just take the first 2 maps for how kind of rough his group stage was and all the conversation around that, he's the only player for Team Liquid with a positive kill death in this series. He's 42 and 38 in the series.
Second half as well, when Yekindar went at completely AFK. Yeah, he was the only one that was getting openings.
Yep, and then on the other side, I think Exile's having himself a banger series as well. 45 and 33 in the first 2 maps. Inters is positive as well, so is Shiro. So this one individual, I think we're going to have to see some Liquid players step up and have good, impressive performances. 2-0. Both teams on Inferno had like a half, or individually they just went silent. They just went quiet.
Yekindar the only one to cross off the start of this round. So the bonus for Liquid, try and get OC Scout activated to try and maybe even get the SMGs engaged and activated by weakening them, but Yekindar's on his own with an MP9, so maybe push to tunnels. He's already shoulder peeking it.
I think he's just trying to delay. The main prong of the Team Liquid defense was out towards long. They were way more worried about all the AKs bursting out the long cave on the timing right out of the gate and having to deal with that with just a couple of, an SMG on Nitro, OC with the Scout. So they bring more bodies over to deal with any kind of a fast play, and now they can rotate back and recover. So Yekindar was only doing delay tactics and obviously saw no pressure.
Hobbit already up on top of box will go toward the catwalk.
OC's going to have to commit himself to long. If they end up coming out here in the mid-round, because he's got a Scout and because Nitro has an SMG, the 2 of them are just going to have to, it feels like, dedicate themselves to long if they want to put a stop to it. Because I don't know how you're going to stop all this if you're Nitro with an SMG. And OC, if he gets isolated with a Scout, like there's nothing you can do. And they're split.
Nitro a solo hold from the pit. Best thing he can do is let them get as close as possible with that gun. Oh, we saw them now. Smoke himself in. Corner smoke. They can go either side of him. That's going to give OC a chance, though. He hit 1. That means the SMG potentially can get kills, and Nitro will. He's going to find 2, in fact. And it's going to slow them down considerably. Yekindar tries to get up on the catwalk. Yeah, a bit too far for that MP9, so over to the Deagle, but it's all onto Elige. And he's forced to scurry back down inside CT. A tough position to play a 1v3. Sees them jumping, but the flash came out that he was worried about and actually looked away and allows the cross. I don't think they would have spotted him, though, but they might anticipate, considering they came from every other facet. And, yeah, Exile's definitely going to consider it.
Yeah, not giving him any space to work with. Good aggression. Team Liquid, that defense was all predicated on that flank from lower dark, and it couldn't get done on Catwalk. They didn't really have any impact. Both Catwalk players for Cloud9 ended up surviving. Defensive smoke from Nitro when he realized how close they were, which gave them the angle to peek up towards A ramp where OC had no idea it was coming. He still turns and gets a collateral. Doesn't get the kills, but does damage to 2 players, which softens him up for the SMG. But just again, much like Inferno, if you could think all the way back to the first map, not enough stopping power between the Scout and the SMGs.
Flash over, Nitro forced back in the pit again. They're gonna check it, and they will get the kill. It is gonna come at the price of Nafany, though. Yakinder's got behind them. I don't know if they spotted him.
It didn't.
They were looking back, but they got through the door, and he's perfectly timed. All they needed to do is delay right now. Just use some utility, hold the corner, smoke down behind. He can actually get inside that and silently try and close down the distance. Oh, they're gonna run into each other. They have to know they're stopped. They have to know they're stopped walking. And why have they stopped walking? Yakinder gets all 3. They never clued in. They lost themselves in the smoke, and it's going to be 3-1 Liquid.
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't. I guess they just, you're exactly right, didn't realize they were pressed up against someone and not moving on the radar. But also, why would you expect it that early? Remember, Yakinder to open up that round pushes mid to the telephone pole, and OC's covering the suicide drop, so there's no indication that someone is going to be here this quick. It's a minute and 16 seconds. A minute and 16 seconds. Look at Inters. He's lined up with Hobbit once this clears.
It happened so, those two fell so quickly, I didn't even see both bodies go down. That's all right. They'll take those. After the way they lost the last map, take those.
Those are the kind of triple kills that really make it worth your eyes bleeding for being so close to the monitor. Elige
doubling up, takes down Exile. Nafany enters, will only get the 1 kill back. He's actually, hang on, got Elige. And OC's missed shots. This is down. Although I say missed, he's hit but not killed. He's hit again and not killed. As Shiro gets tagged to 29. So he's softened them up, but it's still a situation where a bomb plant could even be a possibility right now. Good double nade. Inter's gone, and I think Nitro's going to cut this off.
Yeah, I think Shiro at this point just make a run. You know the ops in mid. You know Naf was in mid due to the nade. You know Nitro's now at long, so you at least get a plant. And as unlikely as it is, he does have an M4. So some kind of like a double dink on a Nitro might make this possible. 1 nade on Nitro. I don't think they've realized he's dropped. This might catch at least 1 player off guard. This can be dangerous. Shiro's making a real round of this.
It's scary to think that they can pull this back after the last round, right? If they could give that back, but he's got a headshot angle. He tries to go for now. That's going to give him away. They're going to chase him down.
Save the gun.
Yeah, exactly. He can back off all he wants. They're going to just go for the bomb. Focus on the objective and go 4-1 up. He's not even going to save the gun. FAMAS to win the battle in the hands of Nitro. Closer than you'd like on this defuse, mind you, but they'll get it. They put OC on it, the one with no kit.
Yeah, he was just the first one out and just made the run. And I mean, if someone on Liquid, I know for a fact has the music enabled, so they'd know when the defuse was no longer going to be possible for someone without a kit. Good double kill, but better response from Inters with the Deagle. Nice one shot, 1 dig onto Elige. 4-1, double op setup. Yakinder's got the other one. Shiro has one as well, so 3 ops in play in round number 6.
OC goes through. Trying to play the off angle. Hobbit gets on the box. Could drop down into this, though, and actually catch him off. Shiro's already got Yakinder at the start in favor then of C9. And Hobbit's not going to overextend on that then.
That's a really risky deep peek with the second op. Yeah, and it's only Naf alone in the bomb site. He's only got a smoke, and they're going to contact this. Naf is standing out in the open on top of the boxes. They're going to come at him, and he's switching guns, so he's got to give this up. Liquid might want to call a save, as crazy as that sounds, and I know we just had a really weird game that had a lot of saves yesterday, but they are outmaneuvered on the map, and now they have to worry about getting OC into safety.
So bomb to be planted, that much was obvious. Elige goes out to help his opper get away, and he's going to go further than that. Exile's waiting for this, though. Elige checks the corner first. AK upgrade for him. And we saw Team Liquid versus Fnatic actually use a lot of M4s on the T side. So
yeah, to take advantage of that head armor.
Exactly, but he's going to go for the AK, obviously, on the CT side.
Lack of head armor, I should say.
Yep. It's funny, though, but that makes sense, right? CTs think, well, it's redundant, so why would I spend the money? Ts go, we're up against M4s, we'll buy it, so then the AK becomes more valuable for a CT and vice versa.
Yeah. Wild world we're living in.
It is.
Second round for C9. One pick onto Yakinder. Now, Team Liquid did salvage the secondary op, and Nitro can pass an M4 over to Naf so that he can rebuy utility. So it's all good in the Team Liquid camp in terms of their money. I think actually Elige was the one to drop it. They never spotted OC's aggression either. They didn't know he pulled that play off.
Uh-oh. Get out of that one. Take some damage for it. Naf's going to do better in the window this time. Gets 3.
Cloud9 was all in on that play out of spawn. All in on that rush.
Good find enters, making it at least expensive if he can. He's got the first kill. Molotov off in the window as well. He has the bomb. Does he go for the plant? I think he's going to. Fakes it at least and wants to try and take some more guns away. They're not going to give it to him that easy. Nade goes in and that'll do it. Nitro's got the touchdown. 5-2 for Liquid.
That's a great Molotov from Naf. I wonder if that's just like an opening Molotov that he was planning on throwing the whole time, or if they noticed something because of the Molotov in towards the double doors that Yakinder and OC were actually burning alive to. Maybe it was a reaction saying, we know what this tactic is. Oh, maybe they just didn't put it out well enough. Actually, that might have been the smoke in middle that extinguished the Molotov, but either way, what a brilliant triple kill from Naf on his lonesome defense.
Chiro.
Liquid's been so aggressive to open up this half. Think back to the pistol round, the kind of push they had there. We've seen 2 pushes in middle, attempted push in the previous round that got stalled out. We saw OC push into lower dark on a round that didn't do anything. We saw Yakinder push up top middle with an M4 to flank long A at 1 minute and 20 seconds.
I guess it's one way to get back after the last game, get right in their head immediately. We saw the decoy drop as well to try and bait the cross from Shiro, Monacy style. Pin smoke as well thrown now. So OC's going to rotate back over towards CT.
I think the aggression too is just to make Cloud9 second guess, put a little bit of fear in him, introduce a little bit of chaos into the situation, a little bit of the unknown into the T side, make them really worried for what Liquid's going to do next. Liquid reading the round. They say, we just shut you down at the B bomb site on a rush. We're going to stack A. 4 players here. Yakinder on platform with an AWP. He's the only defender. They don't even have eyes on mid. They're taking a very big risk that there's going to be no adjustment from Cloud9. I might get punished for it. Axel and Shiro are challenging towards the double doors.
Yeah, that's scary. Oh, and Elige was waiting for a flash to come through. It never does. Nafany's got the drive-by on the Tech-9, and he upgrades onto an AK as a result of this. Man, oh man. Yakinder back at the site, AWP. He's got so much pressure on him. They've already spotted him, finds the first barrels. Are going to save him, but Exile slides out and makes no mistake on the secondary shot, and I don't think Liquid's going to budge.
What a huge risk on the rotation that's getting punished right now. I'm curious to see if they want to go for this. I think they're at least going to come, I mean, because Nitro has this flank, they might come up and just test it and see if anyone's going to give him anything. But if they get some kind of like a bad engagement that they take damage from, they're just going to back off. Money's not the healthiest thing in the world for Team Liquid. They do have another buy. They might be lining up for exits as well.
Yeah, that's all they're doing at this point. Nitro's already got mouth of the tunnel. Naf's there as well. That's your most likely exit point.
They're peeking. They're going for it.
Okay, all right. They've got the first shot, but man, oh man, they're low on time. Exile backside doesn't even have to peek on this. He can just let Inters go down, and now he goes to work. They're not gonna have enough time. They're not gonna be able to get on this bomb, so they get all the kills. They clean up the economy, but the round is over in itself, and OC will just survive getting inside of the tunnel. It'll go 5-3.
Well, at least they've taken the guns away. I guess the same situation as if they had just kind of lined up to go for exit kills. Still, that's a very nice retake. Great shooting from Naf, unfortunately, especially with the bomb being planted deep into the bomb site, like an extra second or 2 to get there. If that's planted default, I think they might have enough time to hop on it with a kid. That is a disgusting first bullet headshot from Naf towards back plat. It just took a long time for them to get lined up for that kind of a retake. Still, all the weapons gone for Cloud9. Their money is in shambles out of a victory, and they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, that is a somewhat of a win out of the situation for Liquid. But yeah, you might be right. They might have expected that to be default, and that's why they thought they could get there still. See what Groove can bring to the page this time. You mentioned it, stoicism last time, and certainly the team showed that with the comeback and resilience on their CT side.
I'm always interested when we see a stack like that. and Liquid still throws like the standard nades to delay any kind of a catwalk attack. Like, I don't know. I guess I always feel like if you're going to take that big of a gamble with no eyes in middle, like you almost kind of want them to attack catwalk. So let them kind of swing out and have it so they actually are fighting into your trap. But
that is true, yeah.
The utility spent there forces them elsewhere and forces them to exactly where Liquid didn't have a defense.
Well, the offense this time is very much inside of the B tunnels off the hop. Nathany, the only one that's not. He's over toward long. And it's a 2-on-2 with some pressure on the long cave. Now, the second defensive bit of utility, it's going to be an incendiary thrown out by Elige before he retreats all the way back into the site. Another pin smoke position. Hobbit's the one near the door.
Look at the aggressive play from OC, though. Pushing into upper dark, starting to clear his corners. He's got deep information, feels no presence. Not swinging much wider than this. As Naf covers him just in case someone's huddled into the corner.
Interesting flash. They anticipate it. No one there. It's just a... No. But it's the bug off move. Get out of here.
I think it's also a signal that no one's there. Yakinder grabs one as Axel slides over, and OC's going to peek from the other side of things. Shiro, ready and waiting. Tag down to 5 health. Ops doing work at the moment, middle.
Good shot, Elige. Nathany gone. Hobbit's able to trade that off, though. He goes down to 9 HP. Trying to use a Molotov to obscure vision. Is that his plan? And also cover off boxes below? I'm not exactly entirely convinced by it because he still has to get forward with that bomb. Now, there's no one at long to cover that. There is a player at long all the way down the hall, all the way toward the cave, but that means they're easily able to cross over without a headshot risk, and therefore another bomb plant comes in. Hobbit could even catch off the AWP right now. Yakinder, if he peeked it, he didn't. He chose not to. And it's just these two remaining on the site. Yakinder's going to take down Hobbit, and they surely have to expect that the planter is still on the site itself. They have not got anyone that would cap, but they're going to see it now, and Nitro's got the kill.
Great round from Nitro as well. Holding on to long. There's a little bit of a mental game as that long player, because you always feel like there's going to be a lurk eventually, someone coming in late. That time it was Shiro, and Shiro with 5 HP is trying to catch a timing. He probably had to go faster than he would have liked because there's not enough manpower for C9 in the post plant. But the fact that Nitro is aware of the possibility, just being patient, waiting for his teammates to come over and not taking his eyes off long until he gets this kill is wonderful. Good shooting from Yakinder, good shooting from Nitro, 6-3. And even with the plant, Cloud9 have no money.
So tactical timeout, 2 of 4. Already used for Cloud9 early in this first half, 9 rounds in. Grand finals on the line. Better get in your groove. Dap's a lot less vocal as a coach, typically.
Yeah, he's a coach that feels much more involved in prep, and especially considering Liquid have with Yakinder and Nitro with his experience in game leadership. But Yakinder is going to be a very, very vocal voice in the team. You don't exactly need a chatty Cathy behind you when you have Yakinder. And obviously, a lot of the philosophy and tactics that have been brought into Team Liquid come straight from Yakinder, so intimate knowledge. Still the double up setup for the defense. 7 kills on Yakinder, who's got 1. 3 kills on OC, who's got the other.
I love that it's a double op literally down middle as well. Both of them staring in the door, and that's why, because they can catch them out. Careful, lads, careful. You're up against pistols. They get a dink. OC only goes down to 65, thankfully, but Elige is there with the nade and the nuggets to close it out.
Remember last time they were aggressive in middle on a low buy or an anti-eco, it was Inters who got the 2 Deagle kills.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
really do some economic damage. Flick up doesn't land from OC, but the shot through the door from Yakinder. And this is just look at the powerful weapons. It's like howitzers in middle.
Yep. You miss, don't worry, I'll peek. Or you shoot and they think they can move because you have to rebuild. No, I'm still here.
You're just trading aggression on each side. Oh, don't flick down, Yakinder. That would be funny.
It would be funny. Yep, you've definitely told the truth on that one. Yeah, they reposition. They're like, maybe not. Not worth.
Yakinder's like, get out of my way, bro. He's like, I was here first.
Yeah.
You move.
Yes, step brother. Get out of here. Yakinder hits Nathany. Yakinder might get another one, although OC's got the pistol. He runs away into the corner. And we go 7-3 now for Team Liquid.
That's a good challenge. Who's going to get the most kills just fighting in middle with the op the whole time? They each hit 1. It's a tie game between the two of them. 7-3. No op this time on Shiro as well because the money is still in an abysmal state for Cloud9. They have not won 2 rounds in a row yet. But 3 rounds going into round number 11 isn't the worst thing in the world. Fast long play. Here's the utility. Nitro and Elige on defense. Nitro does cross over. Molotov is going to isolate Exile, but he's not going to burn to the Molotov.
Worth noting right now that OC has 9 assists, by the way. After through the smoke is going to catch out a lead. Exile already pushed up. He's been doing so much damage. He's going to try and do a bit more here as well. But look at this push from Shiro to counter it. It doesn't matter. OC sees it, so they level it out at 4-on-4. Bombs rotating back toward middle. You still have OC in these tunnels, and they're going to need to be aware of that. So he smokes himself off. But this could get tense. He's going to get pinched from both sides. That's why you've also got Naf trying to push through and protect the tunnels on the reverse side. And don't trip over the lines here, boys. Know your obligation and know the angles that you want. OC, he's going to get another one tagged again. Hobbit's going to go low, but he's not going to be ready for Naf to be... He's already gone. They had hit both. What?
They had control of the situation. They did exactly what you mentioned. They tripped over the lines. They both tried to huddle up. Second time OC's been crowded in a round that needs to be a kill from Yakinder, and it is. It's labored. He's brought very low, 2-on-2. But this round was completely controlled by Liquid until the misstep between OC and Naf.
There was no need for Naf to do anything else.
There was no need for OC to... I mean, you could take it 2 different ways. That'll be the conversation later.
One watch one win, one watch the other. That's exactly all you gotta do, okay?
Well, here we go. There's no nades. There's no utility. This has just got to be dry contact on the retake, and Inters has the first kill.
He's going to try to get the second. Yakundar, Hobbit, same HP, you might as well, 28 and 29, and they're going to go in. Hobbit has the angle, and Yakinder was slow to react. It is now 4th round for Cloud9 on the T side.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be the frustration between the two players. As Naf is like, why are you rotating here when I'm already here? And OC will be like, well, I just showed my op here. I wanted to change its position.
I just want to hang out with you, man.
Just a massive miscommunication that has drastic, dire consequences. This is otherwise a perfectly played round from Liquid and a perfectly played round from OC.
And Yakinder just not expecting a Hobbit to be sitting on default. And as always, Nafany's loving it.
What a massive mistake. 7-4. And Liquid still being aggressive everywhere. Yakinder in lower dark, so OC knows he's got the safety to peek up catwalk and hold the angle as long as he'd like. Alicia's going to join up with him in case something goes wrong.
Elige with the high sky flash. That lets OC come out. 2 for him. Not bad. Hobbit and Nafany gone.
Except for the previous round. They needed that. 5-on-3.
Saturday shopping sale right there.
We love blue light specials.
Oh, he's going to get more than just a blue light, baby. You could turn on the red light, Roxanne, because he just nailed that one. OC doing a bit of a remix. Going out for more.
Nitro's still waiting to pounce. He's been in pit plenty of times. Dropped. OC's on for the ace. OC's on for all 5. He wants it. Hunt it down. You deserve it. Thought it was a flash. It was a smoke, and he's got it. All 5 for OC.
Not bad at all. That's a way to make up for the fact I said he did so much damage. He had 9 assists at one point. Man, oh man, now he's got 9 assists and almost as many kills. In fact, more kills, 11 for him after that round. So solid, solid performance to give this an 8-4 scoreline.
Yeah, mobile around the map too. First on catwalk, then out towards long, saving the day all over the place. 4-round lead, and for Cloud9, again, money continues to just be a massive problem, and so does... Oh.
Okay, cool. CNF, Shiro just absolutely destroyed him through mid. With a scout of all things and the door in the way. It didn't even matter. Yakinder holding it, takes out 2, but eventually will drop to Inters, who came around and now has the AK to work with as Elige is still holding an off angle to watch the lower tunnels on a nade, just to be annoying. But Inters doesn't care. He's walked away from that.
Elige gonna slide up now. This has been just a trend of the whole half. The Liquid's defense is like, we're gonna be aggressive on this map. We want to play 2 T sides, essentially. And I mean, the Cloud9 know it. It's just, it's a hard thing to stop. Shiro takes his time. This is way too close. There's an AK on Inters as well. Shiro can pick up a better gun as also in middle eventually if he can get there safely. OC's gonna slide out, and Shiro's got another one.
What is that?
Oh, no.
2 through the door, into the head at middle with a scout. It's on to Nitro. And they've got an M4 and an AK to go against him, who has 14 kills in this game. He has come alive in this series because he was slow to start on Inferno, but man, oh man, now he's got a kit, but a job to do, and Shiro still wants to attack late. Bombs in B. Nitro, does he just push the smoke? Does he just go straight up? I think Shiro doesn't want to let this be isolated.
I don't think Nitro's the player to take that kind of a risk. I'm not going to lie to you.
Oh, if he clean peeks that right now, that's a kill. Inter's had his back turned. Shiro's going back. They don't want to give this away in a one-on-one situation. So Nitro's going to get a room to breathe, but he's not going to have an easy time getting inside of the site because of this. And now it's going to be confirmed they are on B. Nitro's not even certain at this point where they've gone. Smoke out. Gonna try and swing it. Here comes Shiro, and he's gonna have eyes on that. Nitro elects other to go back to the window. Big box to protect. Shiro's not spotted. He knows the planner has to be in front of him, and Shiro hears him coming. A 5th round now for Cloud9.
It's very close, very tense. What a round from Shiro with the scout. A desperate situation. Gets one on the cross. Takes down Elige being aggressive in middle. This time, finally, that aggression is punished. It does its job. It nets them a kill, right? It gets them a free kill out towards long, but on the fallback, they lose track of Shiro. And then one more, as OC doesn't slide all the way, shows a little bit of leg. You said it was the red light earlier.
Yes.
Leg of the red light district.
Oh, my favorite place.
Like an adult theme park.
Shot out Shiro! It's Hobbit. Okay, they got the second one. I thought he got both again. M4 this time, not even the AWP, but looking like it could be 8-6 if Liquid aren't perfect to pull this back. They still have OC alive on the AWP. Yekender holding it in by the car. He's actually going to push forward. Spots one in the pit, but didn't get the chance to fire at it. And it's a tough headshot no matter how you slice it.
Not if you're making out with your monitor at the same time. Yekender flashed in, is going to find one kill, but can't get away in time. He was hoping that it might be the pit player, and everyone else had fallen back.
So now Finny's going to throw a smoke out toward middle just to give it the illusion of retreat, but it's Naf that steps up and takes the fight. It puts it to a 2-on-2. Additional nades deployed. They try and grab the bomb and get away. Exile will, and they should be aware of that, given the smoke was out on top of it.
Back to the B bomb site. It's unguarded, and there's no way. I mean, it would be such a massive risk for OC to kind of book it over there and just take the gamble. He has no clue what's in mid. He has no clue what's in lower dark.
At this point, though, you have to consider it because you saw the retreat at long, and he's cleared catwalk.
I think if they want to go for this, it almost feels like OC needs to get a kill on the cross, which I don't think is going to be possible. There's another smoke in Exile's hands when he eventually gets there, so there's going to be a decision to make because Liquid have no money. They have nothing.
Naf on a huge flank. Already through T-spawn. OC getting closer. Up to the window with Exile right underneath of it. Throw it over the wall like simple. Flashes in. That'll give Naf a chance to peek. Nothing on the platform spotted.
Gives away his location, though, as well.
He still wants more. Molotov into the site. That forced some scurry. Forced some movement. Does it reach Exile? I don't think it will. I think he's far enough in. So all he has to do is watch the window, and they know that they haven't got what they wanted. They lost Naf. OC's gone. And it's 8-6.
First time Cloud9 have strung 2 rounds together. This has turned into a great half for them. 8-6 as they come roaring back into the game. Some serious miscues from Team Liquid, though, in the later stages of this half, and like the final 5 rounds of this half have really buried them in a tough situation going into round 15. They have the op on OC, but everyone else is hovering right around 2K, so it's only going to be upgraded pistols.
OC with the only gun pulled over. Shiro couldn't quite catch it this time as he tried to catch them on the cross. It was the scout that did it a few times prior. OC with a boost. Interesting position to be in. He's going to jump back up on a catwalk and get away from that, so they'll relinquish the mid position and control that they attempted to take early on.
All 5 out long for Cloud9, and Liquid know it. Naf's pushing to upper dark. He's taking a big risk with the 5-7, so they know exactly what's here. Elige, or excuse me, OC, he got what he wanted. The fight he wanted down towards pit, but couldn't land the shot. There's some counter utility here for Team Liquid to barrage once the wall of smoke goes up. Defensive smokes, Molotovs, and an HE grenade.
Backing off of this long position, though, not fully committing yet. They're going to make sure the flank is clear. Now the utility will go, and Yekender's going to be pushed through, and he's going to find the first, and fades away before any shots go back into him in return. He's looking for more as well. A secondary flash, and they're all blind again. He's got 2 from it. It was a bit sloppy on the second, but it doesn't matter because now they have a 2-man advantage, and it's double AKs. Exile's going to grab one off the ground, and Inters moves forward with Bomb. He's spotted by Elige. They should be ready and welcoming on top of the site for him, but he's going to slow things down and wait for his teammate to get much, much closer, and Exile's gone back to the AWP trying to hit these shots. Elige backs all the way to CT. Doesn't even matter because Inters hits the shot regardless. Still hasn't jumped up onto the site yet. Tries. He actually hit OC with that shot as well. But no one peeking from Liquid. They know the situation. The AWP, the only big gun that they have, and it's gone. It's removed. It's a 5-7, but Nitro quickly grabs the op off the ground. He can reach it. They'll get the bomb plant off of this. Nitro still holding on to the deagle, mind you. Sees him backing out, and Inters hits that as well. Slow, controlled, and the weapons start to fail and falter. It looks like an 8-7 halftime, unless Naf can be very, very, very sneaky about getting back in, but he's making noise, and he's losing his HP in the process. He picks up the AWP, and X out, puts him down.
What a brilliant recovery from Cloud9. That was a 5-on-2 provided from Yakinder, and it still falls apart. Liquid, all that aggression came back to bite him at the end of the half. 8-7, one-round lead for Team Liquid. We'll be right back.
It's a leash. He's at the backside of Catwalk. He can see players pushing him. He's spinning back and forth. A leash electric hold.
Looking to complete the sweep. Team Liquid have looked excellent here on Overpass. And a lead. Oh my God, he just executes them.
We're heading to OT. 100 Thieves, they had the advantage. They had Team Liquid right where they wanted them. Flashbang in, and they try and pop out on the back of it. And Liege opening it up. Go on, bud. There it is, number 4.
It's about to get real cool over here towards their ramp.
Doesn't work out, but there's Elise. You said you wanted to see him. T3000 on the map. You've seen a lot of him. That's stunning from Elise. That's the big dog you want.
They're still down there, and now the spray. The murder box.
Eight to 7. It's Liquid just barely in the lead over Cloud9. And oh man, Shiro wasn't too pleased with the way things went. Yakinder was, certainly got a number of times, but man, oh man, Nafany has been on it in this game in comparison to his start specifically on Ancient, but also emotionally keeping these guys invested because this half is everything for either team.
Yeah, and keep in mind, both T sides have struggled, and especially on Ancient, obviously. Liquid only 1 round on the T side of Ancient, Cloud9 with 3 rounds on the T side of Ancient, but here, Cloud9 struggles to string rounds together. They haven't been able to find any momentum. The defenses today have been playing very, very well. I love the aggressive stance from Liquid on their CT side. It came back to bite them a little bit at the end with a few mistakes, but now, 1 half left on this path to the grand finals. G2 or Vitality waiting in the wings.
Smoke set Nitro from long. Molotov to follow it. This will all go toward the mid door. Didn't quite land on the pin though, did it?
Sure didn't.
So that's a slight miss, and they are trying to wrap back that direction. I wasn't sure if they were going to just use that as a ruse and go all toward long. Shiro hits the shot. That's from middle. As Hobbit still holds, he sees that the bomb is flung forward. Cloud9, they didn't win the first pistol. They might win the second, and that would give them a hefty advantage to start off the half as Nafany takes down Elige. It's all on Nitro and Naf, at least recovering the objective. And position, as Naf takes down the Fanny once again. He's going to try and swing it out. 3 to fire at. Which does he choose? Apparently it didn't matter. Shiro's got the shot first. Nitro's going to try and back away. The dualie's doing damage. He's going to cop a nade and 4 HP. Still fights, though. Still fights, because he's got no other choice in this.
Up the catwalk we go. Hobbit's at 35 HP. If Nitro can land one good goosh onto the head, it'd be perfect, but he has no idea, and he hears the footsteps on ramp. That's the fight he wants. There's the beat from the site. Hobbit's got it. I'll tell you what, we talked so much about the missed utility from Cloud9. Missed pin smoke right now for Team Liquid, and a missed Molotov on towards catwalk that blows up in the air. And one thing to add a lot of pressure onto a team is to have a pistol round like that fall prey to utility. I forget which team actually, I saw it was on Reddit, did that to neutralize Simple on catwalk. The Molotov is meant to prevent Hobbit from falling back. It's meant to make him commit to that fight out mid on catwalk where you have 3 players swinging wide. And when it blows up in the air, Hobbit has all the options in the world.
Canadian? Maybe? Was it heroic?
I wanted to, in theory it could have been. I completely forgot. I've completely spaced on it as well, but I saw it a few weeks back. It's a very cool pistol round, and it would have worked as designed, at least to force Hobbit into that fight. But when you miss that kind of utility, that's going to tilt you off the face of the earth. And Cloud9, once again, out of winning a pistol, takes a second round timeout.
Fair play. Whatever floats their boat.
Yeah, I mean, it worked on Ancient, so who am I to criticize?
Oh, yeah, did it ever. It's the new trend. So we'll get back into it then, and the MP9 for Nafany as well as Hobbit. Not really much to report on the Liquid side.
No, just a deagle on Naf.
No, you sounded really Canadian there.
I do my best once in a while for you. Trying to make you feel like you're at home.
It's all right, I wouldn't invite you to my house.
Yes, you would.
Okay, you're right, I would. And then I'd feed you to Jaden. A couple shots behind the door just to see if anyone's there. Isn't anyone home, as Nitro will come back over from starting things out toward the B side of the map and looking through from the suicide position. So all 5 in mid. Flash and rush. Try and isolate and overwhelm Hobbit. Maybe then you can try and open a site, but they've gone for a pretty standard 2-on-2 split against these pistols so that they can't necessarily be caught off and leave one guy in an overwhelming position. Or Catwalk and Shiro they'll confront on the site.
Yeah, he might just have a field day with his M4. Unarmored opponents, a lot of distance between them. P shooters on the other side. So run boost to open things up. Actually 2 M4s now. All this grenade. He threw it a little bit more shallow. That's going to do great damage. Great damage, and they handle business with no problem. All 5 players go down. All 5 players for C9 survive. And we head into round number 18. My brain's telling me it was Spirit on that pistol round.
That could make sense.
But don't quote me on that.
I will quote you on that. Everyone quote Jason, please. We need to get that actually made into a poster with the quote and his name under it, just to make sure it's immortalized.
With one of those beautiful landscapes.
Yeah.
Inspirational poster.
Happy little accidents on it.
All right. Long play right out of the gate. Nitro's going to lead the way. Axel can't get a deep enough angle to do damage, and it looks like, I thought Nitro might actually challenge through the corner smoke, but he sits tight. Elige going to extinguish the Molotov. Grenade does nothing to Liquid. And the defense is forced back.
Waiting, MP9 in hand. Yekender shows himself. This is where the MP9 is punishing. Yekender does well to bait out the shots rather than walk into them. It's going to keep him alive. But whoa, my friend, get a gun out, not an aid. Don't throw stones, just shoot him.
Yeah, it's labored. It was tough. It wasn't pretty, but he's got the kill, and he's very fortunate nobody was pushing it upper dark behind him. 2 defenders at the safe bomb site. Axel spamming into the smoke. Gotta be careful. They're gonna take the advantage, I think, of the reload and get a wider angle around this smoke. There's the spam through. He spots more. He's brought Nitro very low, and he somehow survives. Now the SMG pounces.
Hobbit trying to get inside of that fight. OC's gonna take down Exile, and Hobbit thankfully was taken out by Naf, despite that he was flashed in his best efforts from his teammates. And Sherwin enters. Might as well add up all the HP. They probably have more than Liquid. They certainly do now, because Nitro's gone. OC's the high HP player. Yakinder's in trouble, buying some time at the very least as OC gets one shot back, but it's a 1-on-2, and Shiro has a chance in this with an AK picked up. Bomb is now planted on A.
He's got no kit. He almost wanted to go long, but I think he realized the route is too much. He's second-guessing himself at the moment. Going to attack towards Catwalk. Although he might just choose to save. There is a kit all the way at Goose, and Shiro backs off regardless. So a 9th round for Team Liquid. They even the scoreline. At the very least, at least Yakinder pulled Shiro away from the fight at the A bomb site so that Inters could be isolated.
So this gives Liquid their first of this half and a 9-9 tie. A little bit quicker to get a T-sided round on this map, Jason, thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully. Well, let's see. I mean, Cloud9 only managed to string rounds together on their T-side in the last 3. Took them all the way to round 13 to go on a run of any kind. Liquid would love to be able to put the hurt on the economy early on for C9's defense. Good job from OC. Inters didn't have a whole lot of options. He knew eventually he was going to be hunted down. Once Shiro's position was known, he knew somebody was going to be swinging from above. This is a very important round for both teams. It could give Liquid some momentum, an advantage in terms of the economy, and it could keep Cloud9 in the buying situation.
Uh-oh. Nafany's got to be a little bit careful with this positioning here. He steps back but stays open, ready to fight if they try and charge toward him. Instead, though, it's a Molotov down. He can't fully retreat on this, though, because he leaves Hobbit completely on his own if he does. So, Hobbit, get back, please. Nafany's calling for him, saying, guys, I'm in trouble here. Please get out of middle. So he at least gets back to Catwalk, and they'll get away safely.
Yeah, and he pulled back just when Yakinder was gonna pull that peek. Up on Shiro in middle. Flashbang over to take him off the angle, which it does. But he gave him another opportunity, and he takes a lot of damage for it. Gotta be careful. The next shot that hits will be a kill.
Get back. Nitro with the flash up on the Catwalk position. Not going to go on it just yet. They are actually just setting and staring at the A-bomb site with Naf already at the corner. Liege at long. This is looking like it'll be a split.
This is such a strong long defense, though. Shiro's going to be at car, Axile's behind the door. If they don't flash this and clear it out, if they don't pop flash each other in, OC's got utility. But he's not setting up for the pop.
Famas, though, it's only good for one, surely. He's got the first. He's got the second. I am so wrong, but Elige going down gives OC a chance as he comes back out with the AK. Oh my god, Shiro's so blind. He needed to go. OC, he had him. He still does. He's gone back into position. Spray down from Hobbit. Can't be transferred. It's a 2-on-2. Molotov and smoke inside. Throw the bomb over. OC will pass that to Naf. Naf, and he's heard that, though. Does he try to go for a jump shot on this? I don't think it's worth it because he knows he's still being watched from long, and Inters is coming in that direction. OC's hit the first shot. He's turned it around, too. He's got the read. He's got the tag, and he sneaks to the wall. 5 HP, but Inters is gone. Inters is out of this one. It's going to be 10 for Liquid.
What a close affair. What an incredible sequence for OC. Triple kill in the round, the trade out towards long. You're right, he did have him, but he was going for the jump peek to get information. He wasn't committed to the fight, and then he realizes Shiro's got vision, and he knows he has him in the open. Alper on Alper, you know that guy's gonna feel pressure if you just keep showing some arm, keep showing the gun barrel. Baits out a shot. 10-9. Well done from Exile, but it's all OC from here. There's the shot baited out, and obviously picking up the AWP in a tense situation. This might have been a misplay from Nafany. He might have been able to wait for that long flank to be closer, so they could have at least traded the kill. He goes a little bit early.
Ten-9, we go again.
And look at they did string them together, Matt. Like, look at the pressure now in the economy. That's the M4 that was saved, but there's nothing behind it.
Nafany, who is slow in the first game, and certainly in the first half of... Excuse me, very good Inferno. I should take that back. The first half of Ancient was very slow. Was slow again, 6 and 16. He sits at the bottom of the scoreboard right now.
Well, the nice thing for Team Liquid is Yakinder's had some impact as well. He kind of disappeared in the second half of Ancient, had a very, very tough time on the T side. He's got 17 kills right now. He's just one back, or he's one ahead of OC to lead the way for Team Liquid. He's leading the server as well. In fact, for such a close affair, one round separating these two teams, Liquid have the top 3 fraggers in the server.
Kender walking out from Catwalk, Elige at long. They're pretty much giving the site for free. There's just one little ant running around from CT spawn. And that Ant is pretty feisty. But Elysian Yekindar will get the kills. Lovely smoke, I have to say. Just brilliant.
Ants can be problematic, but well handled.
Do you want ants?
This is how you get ants.
They're going to chase this. They're going to go after the only weapon that was saved. And it's one of those debates.
No.
Well, exactly. There's not worth it. They don't have a big money themselves, but they're going to get closer. It looked like they were going to chase because look, they waited to plant the bomb and everything to corner off the map.
I think this would be a mistake if they commit any too hard to this chase, because this is Cloud9 set up for the entire round, and Liquid's going to know they're very comfortable. Now, Yekindar's a little bit crazy, and he's been hunting down weapons basically this entire tournament that he's been playing in, so they might actually chuck out a flashbang and see what Yekindar can do. Naf might actually try and support him from upper dark, but I don't think there's any way in which they actually head into the bomb site. There's the M4. This could be so costly. Yekindar's just making sure they can't save an extra rifle. That's smart.
So now 11 for Liquid. And another timeout called tactical.
This one from Cloud9, it's their final. It's their fourth.
And this comes back to what we asked Katie and Chad and I when he joined us last night. At this point, if you know your opposition has no more timeouts, do you call one and give them? And my answer was obviously you focus on yourself. That should be your first order of business. But he did say if you're T side and you know you've got the run on the CTs, that might be the time not to call one.
Yeah, sure. I remember being in Dusseldorf for the last season of Pro League when me and you were casting with Kate, and he also mentioned it's much easier to call those timeouts on your CT side to adjust things rather than sometimes figuring it out on the T side.
Yep.
Thanks for your little nuggets, Cadian. Hope you're enjoying Malta. Go get some sun.
Cute little nuggets. I think they're probably practicing today, getting ready for the RMR.
I would imagine so, yeah. Although sometimes can be a little bit tough to find efficient practice on Saturdays. Weekends aren't the best days for it. Everyone likes to take some
everyone's
breaks.
here, right?
True.
So,
but also, you're going to be playing everyone here at the RMR.
potentially, it's Swiss system. You got to practice someone, Jason. Naf's gonna walk in middle right now. Sneaking in through the door. Smoke already down at CT. Yekindar gonna make a cold straight peek as well at B. Couldn't find the shot onto Nafany, but gets the information as to the fact that he's in the back of the site. So a Molotov will make him have to move. Good nade. That'll go inside and hit Hobbit down to 35 at CT spawn. The second player they never spotted was Inters. They will now. Swarm and overwhelm, and Hobbit's gone as well. This is going to be a save from Cloud9.
What a nice hit. What a nice hit from Team Liquid. Even Yekindar challenging right when the mid to B smokes was put out. He's saying he's trying to clear window for him. He's just like, okay, I'm just going to make sure there's no one at window peering towards middle. That can be a very tough angle at times to deal with. He forces him into the bomb site, forces him into passive positions. Nowhere for the C9 defense to go. And now, if you're Team Liquid, now you can hunt if you really want.
Shiro's AWP would be lovely to have.
OC's got 2 flashbangs as well to activate Yekindar out towards long, but Yekindar might want to get past this first gap. Flashbang is in, missed opportunity from Shiro, but he's going to grab the follow-up. That's OC setting up the utility.
And now it's not worth chasing this off, is it? Do you want to get your own back first? Seems like they still want to go for it. Yekindar's going to get dropped, and they'll have to buy one, so that's costly for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all. I like the aggressiveness, the assertiveness to try and take the guns away, but certainly that didn't go in their favor in any sense.
Yeah, Yeki had his back turned, flashed in, didn't see that OC was actually just standing there waiting for that.
Nice entry from Nitro. Also helps when you know the exact position he's going to be in, but remember, Naf was also holding Hobbit back in middle to run through the smoke, dropping a nade on him as well, and just coming in to follow up and get a nice trade towards Carr. 12-9, Liquid with a 3-round lead in 4 rounds straight. 4 rounds they've gotten into the bomb site as well. They've had whatever they've wanted in this half so far.
Boost up for the blue dumpster. Headshot angle toward the pit. It's, ooh yeah, I like that even better. Get on the handles. Grab those love handles and squeeze, baby. Kender top middle waiting to see if there'll be anyone toward Catwalk. It's not Catwalk. It's bottom mid, and it's Shiro who's got the shot on the AWP.
Nice quick reaction from Shiro. He's hustling over to A as well. Liquid might be a little bit red here, but actually the bomb is going to back away. It's going to fall back. OC's in pit looking for the follow-up peek. Exile's got the other weapon, the M4. He's going to be at the A bomb site as well, so a huge stack there, and Liquid have no idea what's happening on the map. They don't know where anyone's positioned. B is the easiest place they could go. Just Nafany with a 5-7 in armor. Otherwise, they're running right into a stack. Hop on Catwalk, M4 in the site. There's a decent amount of counter utility as well. 3 flashbangs and 2 smokes. for Cloud9's defense. This is going to be a much tougher take than I think Liquid realized at the moment.
Nitro and Elise at the wall. OC thinks he saw something in the smoke. He wasn't wrong to assume it. Flashes, Molotovs, AKs. But it's Shiro again with another shot, and Exile up close. The only two guns gonna close out the round. It's 12-10.
Liquid try and go for a creative take. They don't set up the wall. They want to catch him off guard by trying to attack towards CT spawn. Hopefully the defenders of Cloud9 would be out in the open, and it's just not the case. Liquid gets stalled out, and now you go back to the round. They went for the hunt out towards long and got nothing with Yakinder and OC both going down, not able to recover the AWP, and Liquid's going to have to spend all their money in this next round. What a reversal. Timeout taken. We just had that conversation. First one for Team Liquid, so they're going to allow Cloud9 to have a little chatter as well.
Yep. It gives them a chance to bring Groove back into the fold. So round 23 about to begin, but see what gets brought out from Liquid, who just gave away a massive opportunity to start really closing down this game. It's well done to Shiro, getting that opening pick. Jason, what are you doing in the server?
I'm just having a good time, enjoying the sun.
Hope you get your sunscreen on.
Yeah, SPF 50 for the top of the head. Don't make that mistake. You make it once, and you'll never do it again, I promise.
Yeah. Not everyone likes a hard-boiled egg, right?
Yeah, well, especially you got to shave your head with the nice red sunburn. That's the worst thing in the world.
I'll find out someday, I'm sure.
You will. Another critical round. Team Liquid won the first one. The early critical round that gave them some economic advantage to rattle off 4 in a row. This one is merely for survival in terms of being able to buy.
Oh dear, I thought OC was gonna fall off. Okay, spots one. I thought there was gonna be a peek from Nafany that was just gonna see him in the air and then get an easy shot with him. 4.
Ooh.
Close.
I don't even know if Inters realizes how close it was. Play called for OC to try and get a pick into the B bomb site. They give him 30 seconds or so with which to do it. They get nothing. It did work on Ancient a couple of times. Here, he can't provide it. And there's a lean towards the B bomb site for Cloud9's defense. Axel feels no pressure. Axel feels no pressure at long. Shiro, the same thing on Catwalk. They're going to fall and descend into a mid to B split. Yakinder and Nitro better be perfect because Hobbit's waiting at the boxes with 2 defenders inside the site.
Smokes go down. Hobbit, you're right, falls off on this. Bermuda Triangle. Gonna disappear inside that site if they come through without finding out that there's a third quickly enough. Naf, a good sustained entry. Hobbit gets one back. Now they know there's 3 because Inters and Hobbit with kills on the board that they are well aware of, but Hobbit's still doing damage. Good turnaround from Yakinder. Unfortunately, that time about Shiro, an entry back into middle. OC up close. Low HP doesn't matter. They've got the kill, and we're 1 round apart.
What a perfect setup from Cloud9. Even Hobbit just dropping utility when he realizes the mid B split is coming in and falling back into the bomb site. Access denied completely for Team Liquid. They even got the opening kill. Naf even gets the first frag coming into the bomb site, but they actually never killed the player holding down the fort in the site. Great job from Hobbit. That's a Mac 10, unfortunately, for Nitro, so it's not the best weapon with which to duel at a headshot angle, and Liquid are out of money.
Wow, crazy.
Out of money completely.
Nitro watching to see if anyone's going to push up mid, but that's not likely to happen right now. There's no need for Cloud9 to overextend in a situation when they know the economy's in their favor.
First map was Inferno in this series, 16-11 victory from Team Liquid. Next up was Ancient. It was a 16-13 victory for Cloud9 after they come back from a 3-12 deficit. Now here on Dust 2, we're about to have a tied-up affair at 12.
Shiro, he even goes for the jump to try and hit Naf after already shutting one down on Catwalk. He's got Nitro. Better rely on his teammates. He's gonna just get maybe a potential eco ace right now. Oh, hang on though.
Yeah, now it's dangerous. Now he's got to be careful because he's got no more support. Naf coming around. USP is out. Good shot from Shiro, but a great plant from Team Liquid.
It is the ace.
Yeah, he gets the ace. Well done from Shiro. Good shooting with the AWP. He's got Exile and Hobbit in support to take attention away from him, but a plant is very nice for Team Liquid.
That'll get them the money they need to get back into this potentially, because there's a lot of money on that Cloud9 side late. They're going to have to do a tremendous job of breaking them down.
Sure, whispering into his mic.
It looked that
Is he
way.
holding
Right?
it, holding it
he was
close.
like ducking in like he's.
Yeah.
It's the Super Bowl. You got to cover up your all your communications so nobody knows what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. I can't let anyone know what I'm saying. Round 25. This is a B rush. Timing hit towards the B bomb site. There's only one defender in the site, but there are two defenders ready to rotate over in middle.
If that smoke doesn't come in, Yekender crawls that. Guaranteed.
100%. Molotov smoke combination to buy time for Shiro to rotate back in. So Cloud9 looking to show a different defense with an AWP in the back of the site. And Liquid didn't get what they wanted right out of the gate, so they're going to readjust on the map. Plan B.
Lige still making sure the mid's clear, has Yekender crossed over. Molotov on catwalk for OC to make sure Yekender can get up and safely start to work toward the stairs. Hobbit's the one that's waiting for this. He'll deploy his defensive utility now.
Oh, I think they're falling into a mid to be split again, it looks like. They're at least considering it. Maybe they could throw a little bit of a fake, but nope, here it is. They've dropped down. Yekender, beautiful headshot on Anthony. Now they can deploy smokes, but they still have the AWP of Shiro to deal with, and that's coming to window.
They've contended against the man who's been struggling. Nafany still not getting kills in his favor. And Yekender's got Shiro. Enters is gone. Nitro with that entry. 13-12, surely. I know I said there's lots of money, but Hobbit's only got 0. Exile, not much either. So it's Shiro that does. All 3 dead players that do, I should say. And in some ways, that's going to be beneficial because they're going to have to reinvest quite a bit in the next round. Liquid may have just given themselves a fantastic line of hope.
What an uppercut of a round, showing catwalk presence, showing that you're taking catwalk, and then the absolute stunning shots from Yekender. And that's what they needed. That's what he's been doing all tournament long to power Liquid forward, and what a deliverance. The first one is great coming out of the mid smokes, but Shiro was the one who could really put a stop to it. That's a disgusting sequence from Yekender. He's gotten so many double entry headshots. It's like the first one empowers him. Liquid content to give up on the chase, just to challenge superficially, but keeping all 5 players alive.
Stunning stuff from Yekender. This one even better. The AWP down. That was what they really needed in Nitro. Not to be outdone, finds inters, so 13-12. They do have the AKs against the M4s. It's an equal buy on both sides in terms of the primary rifle and one AWP. OC's already fired his. Can't connect. Nitro's through this. Hang on. Lots of utility. Nitro's through this, and Exile's blind. Who's going to see the other one first?
Oh no, I don't know if Nitro realizes he got into pit. This could be a disaster. You better clear it. He didn't have any engagement from this position when he first got out. I think Liquid's about to get annihilated at long. Nitro's not even considering clearing pit.
Naf's still far enough back, maybe he can react to it, but they're gonna back off. Oh, no, they're not. They're gonna clear car. They're gonna go around on this. Shiro's gonna just pull back and try and keep the aggro. There's no need for Exile to move on this. He doesn't have to do anything until required. He can even let them get up long, but he wants to take
Double
the fight.
kill, at least.
He's gonna go. He gets one, and there's the second one lined up. Double indeed. And that's going to be such a pain for Liquid. That's going to be so frustrating, and they can't even cross to clear it now because they have to deal with AWP in the hands of Shiro. That's sitting on the A site.
I don't even know what you do. I don't even know what you do. There's a flashbang out. They take the flashbang to clear it, but Exile's got a defensive smoke up. He's got another one. He's got a third, and Shiro chimes in with the off. The defense is perfect. What a clever maneuver from Exile to deliver a 13th round to Cloud9. OC, what a desperate scenario. Exile's just toying with him, just freezing him out in the open, and Shiro's gonna finish it off.
All right, so we're tied again. Money on both sides still. Cloud9 only losing the one. Exile upgrades onto an AK, but it's going to be, this is it for Liquid. This is going to be a full-in buy, and this could be the game for them in this round. Game and series and grand final potentially gone if they don't win this one. And look, even, yeah, that's scary to Lige. They were so unaware that he was there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a perfect flashbang, I think, from Shiro to allow Exile to cross over. They're going to go right back to it again. A long play early. Naf eats the grenade as he comes in. Good job from Exile to get some chip damage. Going to start swinging out, and he's got one through the smoke. OC couldn't land it in almost a second. Another advantage for Cloud9. How different from Inferno. When things got close down the stretch, Cloud9 made significant errors that allowed Team Liquid to run away with the map. On Ancient, resilience. Here on Dust 2, they're responding to everything. It's a polished performance.
Shot from Yekiner, pulls it back. He's aware of Catwalk as well, backs off. Hobbit still jumps over to find that. Exile. Inside the smoke. Flashed off. They might be oblivious to it. No, they're not. Elige gets through. And no mistake on it, but they may not know that there is a player still at Gandalf. Jump shot from Shiro. That's where the attention will go in the post plant. And Hobbit's just biding his time.
Nitro's so exposed to it. Again, it's Nitro who doesn't realize the danger that he's in at the moment.
He's got the ring on. Completely invisible. Easy first shot. Shiro starting his way toward the smoke will jump and spot Elige at Goose, so now they'll put the attention on him from Catwalk. Good fight from Elige! He gets both in that situation! Incredible stuff, and Shiro knows he's going to be pinched off from inside of the pit as well, and there's a very, very little chance he can actually win out this round. So he wants to at least get an exit potentially onto Elige with the 5-7. He'll do that, but the round is over, and it's going to be 14-13 in favor of Liquid.
What a good show from Elige. I just mentioned Yakinder, the entries that he's been doing all tournament long. Elige has been delivering huge frags in important situations, and Team Liquid fight back. 1 round lead, and Shiro bails out with the op, which is so critical because money down the stretch for the CT side could be a problem. If he loses that, it's a dire situation. What a transfer. And Elige has already known he's been spotted. He knows he's in danger. Here, perhaps, is the most critical of all the rounds that have been played so far. Cloud9 need a win to preserve their money. If Liquid get to 15 and shatter the economy, oh baby.
No AWP to play with for Team Liquid this time, so OC won't be able to hit the lovely shots he has been finding so far this game. 18 kills to him. Hobbit inside of CT. Flash goes that direction. Naf. Exile's gone inside of it. He's gonna, oh no, get the kill. How did Naf not finish that one?
I don't know, Naf's gonna be frustrated. And now Liquid on Catwalk, I don't know if they actually want to attack this anymore now that Naf has gone down out towards long, but they're going at the hot hand. Shiro with 24 kills. Tied with Yakinder at the top of the server. I think 5-on-4 Shiro might decide to play this retake, which could actually be to the benefit of Team Liquid. Elige just rotated off Catwalk to now lurk towards long, but he's going to have to play this perfectly. Because Shiro and Exile are going to wait. They're going to be patient. Shiro's not even challenging for the A-bomb site.
Smoke on the ledge. Second one down towards CT. Shiro's waiting for them to swing wide. First flash, doesn't even care. He's ready, he's waiting. He's tagged, Yakinder. Not got the kill, but he's not pushed back far enough. He wants more. Misses this time. And with each and every time he misses, the further back he goes. And look who's waiting for that angle. Elige is inside of the long door. There might be 2 at long, but if he gets this op down.
There's a nade on Exile. Oh, he's not even close though. He's not, oh, he chucks it out. Doesn't do the damage.
Elige is backed off. So he's not holding it in the same fashion that he was. He's waiting for the opportunity. He thinks there's maybe going to be a rotation on retake, which is why he checked toward middle instead. OC starts it. Shiro's down. Elige strikes. It's all going the way of Liquid. It's just Inters and Hobbit left, and they're stuck on the ramp. An awkward situation to find themselves in. One of the hardest positions to retake from in the entire game, as they have to come up into crossfires at every single angle. And Elige continues to pick them apart. Elige will get the final kill. It's 15-13, and the money is tight on the Cloud9 side.
If Liquid win this map, if they win this series and make it to the grand final, give all the credit in the world over to Elige. First, the double kill in the last round on Goose. Now this, outplaying Exile and Shiro at long, waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and boy did he pick it perfectly. 4 versus 5 victory for Team Liquid, and the money is gone. It's devastated. Remember, no timeouts for Cloud9. They can't slow this down. They can't talk about anything.
And Liquid, they're not going to give them one. They're going to try and strike, but look at Daphne. Aggressive already toward lower tunnels. 5-7. If they're not looking, if they're not ready, this could be punishing. Nitro holds it.
That's the bomb spotted, though. Oh, Yakinder's going in anyways. He doesn't care. He doesn't care whatsoever. Good shot onto Exile. OC adds one as well. Huge advantage for Liquid. The grand final beckons.
OC even adding the Molotov toward the window. Shiro looks backwards with the Deagle, trying to cut off anyone that wants to make this a pincer, try and make this awkward for them to retake. But they've got to get into the site somehow. And Elige doesn't want to overcommit to a fight that he could go down in. He just wants information to make things weird. But weird is what they will be as Shiro gets the shot back into him. A Deagle that's going to give them the outside of the site. That's going to give them the window. And there's one more flank in play. Shiro's not done looking that direction either, but Naf's given up on that. Why would he go down and make this a 2-on-3? Why would he give them a chance? Instead, he'll play for trades and join his teammates in the site. And it's over now. OC and Nitro will give Liquid the win. 16-13. That's twice they beat Cloud9 in Pro League.
And relief on the face of Elige just sinks back into his chair. What a hard-fought victory. Cloud9 came to play today. There was no quit in that team in the high-pressure moments. But oh boy, Elige, Yekender, OC.